Ziyambi dismissed claims Jonathan Moyo helped draft Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3. Kusangana kwatinoita pano pa channel yenyu Magaba News pano kuigira news zinenge zichitika munyika yedu ye Zimbabwe. Kindly support us nekubaya button rakanzi subscribe nekutena notification bell. Minister of Justice and Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Ziyambi vobuda vachitaura pamusoro pechitiko vachitaura nawo ya former education minister Jonathan Moyo vanova vari kuonekwa vari pachitiko chekubatsiridza chikwata cheZANU-PF panhau yekugadzirisa amendment bill yekuti vamunangagwa vasvike 2030. So vaZiyambi vaona kuti nhau iyo vapinza vanhu veZANU-PF panguva yakaoma sezvo vari kuda kudzora G40 member Jonathan Moyo mugango remutemo reZANU-PF. Voramba vaZiyambi vachiti havana kumupira vabatsiridzwa kugadzira nhau yekuti vamunangagwa vasvike 2030. Chinova chiri chitiko chaita kuti veruzhinjiwo vabvunze kuti sei vaZiyambi vakawanikwa vachienda kuNairobi uko kwavakanzi vaenda kunosangana naJonathan Moyo ikoko. Inova iri nhau yaita kuti veruzhinji vati ZANU-PF haina chainobvuma. Takaona kana pakarohwa vatsigiri vavabiti, vatsigiri vamadhuku, ZANU-PF yaingotuma mapurisa ichiramba kuti haisi kubvuma pachitiko ichocho. So ndo the same zvaikuita kuna vaJonathan Moyo, asi zvichazobuda zvizhinji. According to news kuri kutaurika nhau iyi zvichinze Zimbabwe Minister of Justice and Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Ziyambi has firmly declined claims that a former high and tertiary education minister, Professor Jonathan Moyo, was involved in drafting the country's proposed constitutional amendment bill number 3. The minister rejected circulating allegations suggesting the excelled academic has secretly contributed to the proposed constitutional changes. Some opposition activists recently alleged that Ziyambi traveled to Nairobi to meet Jonathan Moyo, who has been living it in self-imposed exile in Nairobi, Kenya, in an effort to persuade him to return to Zimbabwe and assist in accelerating the legislative process. However, speaking to journalists in Harare, Ziyambi dismissed the claims as an unfold and misleading. According to the minister, the drafting of Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3 was intentioned by executive as part of a broader effort to strengthen political and economic stability in the country. Jonathan Moyo is not the anarchy behind Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3, Ziyambi said. The process was intended by the executive, which felt there was a need to anarchy, political and economic stability through the proposed amendment. He emphasized that at no stage did he collaborate with Moyo in preparing the legislation, explaining that the drafting process followed the formal government channels. I have worked with him at a stage regarding the draft of this bill. The process was undertaken through established government channels, he said. Ziyambi further explained that the work was carried out through the Office of the Attorney General after instructions were issued in line with the government's procedures. I give instruction to the Attorney General Office and worked with them pursuant to a party resolution and the mandate that we have as the executive to bring a legislative proposal before Parliament, he added. Minister warned that linking Jonathan Moyo to the proposed amendment bill without evidence risks shift attention away from the real policy issues under discussion. Those who are criticizing the amendment must not bring in unfounded claims or attempts to create narrative that has no basis in fact, Ziyambi said. He urged the critic and the stakeholder to focus on their debate on the content and objectives of the proposed constitutional changes rather than speculation about individuals who were not involved in the draft processes. What is important is to look at the substance of the amendment and the reason behind it. People are free to debate and even criticize the provisions of the bill, but they must not do so based on fact and not on speculations or misinformation, Ziyambi said. The proposed constitutional amendment bill number 3 has already sparked debate among political actors and civil society groups, with discussions explained to continue as a legislative process unfold in parliament. So mura Zimbabwe tiri kuona kuti vaziyambi vadefenda vachiti havana chavakabatsirwa naJonathan Moyo. Inova iri nhau yavo vari kuona kuti zvaizovaomera kunzi muri kubatsirwa nemunhu akatotiza munyika yeZimbabwe ende vakatizova nenhau dzavo munyika yeZimbabwe. So tiri kuona kuti nhau iyi ye2030 nhau iri kutonetsa. Vaziyambi votora nhau iyi vachiti pavakaenda kuKenya vaisaenda kunosangana naJonathan Moyo. Inova iri nhau yaonekwa nemacitizen kuti vaziyambi vane zvizhinji zvavari kuhaidha, asi Jonathan Moyo anytime tichazonzwa apa chibuda zvizhinji akuti ndiye akashanda pakunyora chinhu ichi, ndiye akashanda pakubatsiridza kuti vamunangagwa vapiwe 2030. What's your take on this issue? What's your take on this news? Ndidzo news dzataya tikabata pana pachannel yenyu Wakaba News.